Hey everyone, my name is Jonathan, and in this video we're going to learn how to build and design certificates using the Academy of Mine LMS. Using our built-in certificate builder, you can very easily design certificates from scratch, save certificate designs as templates, and customize certificates to represent your company, industry, and training type. Certificates consist of both static and dynamic information. So some designs and text on a certificate will always stay the same. Meanwhile, other information like a learner's name or a certificate's expiration date will be dynamically generated each time a certificate is given. In other words, you can just design certificates once, include them in a training program, and your work is pretty much done. Certificates are automatically awarded to learners after meeting requirements in a training program, and learners can download certificates at any point in time inside of the LMS after receiving them. It's time for me to stop talking and start designing certificates inside of the platform right now. All right, so first things first, once you log into the LMS in your admin dashboard, the first thing you want to do is click on courses, and under here you see the certificates tab. So just click on that. Let's go ahead and create template. All right, so once you click create template, the first thing you want to do is name the template. The title is just a way for you to recognize a template that you like inside of your certificate templates database. So you'll be able to reuse this template after you create it. And if you click right here on the certificate templates breadcrumb, you can see we currently have a bunch of other certificate templates already designed. All right, so coming back into the current certificate we're designing, let's ignore this organization ID right now. But the next thing I want to talk about is the canvas width and height, which is completely adjustable. So if your licensing body has certain requirements for a certificate, or it's more of a design preference, and you prefer certificates to be, I don't know, shorter, longer, wider, what have you, you can customize the certificate dimensions completely right here. And as you're making changes to your certificate, feel free to scroll to the bottom and click preview so you can see how these changes are actually going to look and be reflected for a student receiving the certificate and what it looks like in real life. And then if we like what it looks like, let's just click update template for good faith and then keep going. Next, if you want to add a different background image to be used for the certificate, you can do so here by clicking the browse media and then uploading a file. Our recommended dimensions for the image would be 1070 by 680 pixels for the best result. I'm not going to change the current image for this because the one we provide by default looks good in my opinion, but if you wanted a different design, you could upload that with this feature. All right, so let's talk about these available fields. All of these fields, if you click the drop down, and there's a bunch of them, are dynamically generated information. Every single one of them is dynamically generated except for the custom text option. So if I wanted the certificate to include the student's name, I would just select the available field here. And as you can see, I could choose student's full name, last name, or first name. If I wanted to, I could even add different parts of their name all over the certificate. I don't know why I would, but you could. And once you have the field that you would like, you just go over here and click add field, and then the field is added to the certificate. And from there, you can click the field and drag it to a different place wherever you think looks good on the certificate. So once you add a field to your certificate, you can actually edit it by just clicking on it and clicking edit. And as you can see here, you can change the font. You can change the font size to make it bigger or smaller. You can adjust the color, and you could even adjust the field if you wanted to. And all these changes can actually be done beforehand. But if you wanted to sort of work in real time and see how your field is being edited as you edit it, this is a good alternative. Pretty much editing the field while it's already on your certificate. And if you decide not to use a field after testing some stuff and putting it on your certificate, you can always just click it and click delete to get rid of it. And just like we were editing the fields live on the certificate, if you kind of already know what you're looking for, like you have a color, you just want to use black, and you know the font and you know the size, you can add the fields and edit them before you add them. So essentially when you add them, you just kind of need to move it around the certificate like so. All right, so go ahead and add a couple fields and customize the certificate how you would like. I'm going to do the same and I'll be right back. One last thing with the available fields worth mentioning is the custom text field, which is all the way at the bottom. And this is the only option right here that is actually static. So for the custom text field, it's basically just a chance for you to write some text you would like your certificate to display. And just to be clear, whatever text you write on here will be displayed on every certificate of completion that's using this template, unlike the other fields which are dynamically generated. And we recommend you take your time when you're first familiarizing yourself with this certificate builder, especially when it comes to the fields, because there's quite a lot of fields you can add to your certificate. For instance, you could use course credit or certification code if your certificates and training is accredited. All right, so I'm pretty happy with how the certificate looks. You know, it's not too overcomplicated. I could actually take some stuff away, but just to show you the functionality, I like how this looks. Now let's update the template and apply it to a training course. All right, so to apply this to the course, all you have to do after updating your template is go to courses, go to all courses, and I just created this course that's literally one module so we can get the certification instantly. But virtually any course you have here, right? You can either just click it anywhere here on the title or click edit, and then you go to grading and certificates. Go under here, and if you remember what your certificate is titled, that's the where the magic happens. Click here, and then you have the choice to choose when your certificate expires and enter the amount of days before it expires that students can recertify for. And a couple more options, but let's keep it simple. So we added the certificate, so when students complete this, make sure you update the course. When students complete this, then they will be awarded with their certificate we just created. And just to test the functionality, I'm gonna log in as a user and click on the course that I've just created for this user and assigned the certification. Complete the course, and as you can see, when I download the certificate, you can see the certification. The credits are here with 3. You can see the instructor name, which is AOM staff because I'm logged in as the admin right now. You can see the data issue, which is the same date that this video is going to be uploaded, May 20th, 2022. Identity check, and then of course, you have the other information like the certification-based course is the actual course title, and then you have the student's full name, which is Johnny Bravo in our case. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Hope this helps you create really cool certificates in your training program. And if you have any questions, feel free to look through our documentation or use the tutorials support on inside of the platform or send us a message. And I'll see you guys in a week.